Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Franck Kessie, as it has been reported that Barcelona fear that Franck Kessie could push for a free transfer amid interest from Saudi Arabia and Chelsea. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Captain Sergi Roberto, as it has been reported that the Barca veteran will not leave Barca this summer. He wants to enjoy the club captaincy for his remaining year in his contract. We are also going to be discussing about that. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Following reports of growing interest in Franck Kessie from Saudi Arabia, Sport is reporting that Barcelona fear that the midfielder could turn into another Memphis Depay case and push for free transfer exit this summer. Franck Kessie has been heavily linked with a move to Al Ahly of late, with the Saudi Arabian club keen on securing his services. Reports have suggested that the 26-year-old has been offered a double your salary bill by the Middle East outfit. Barcelona have been actively trying to sell Franck Kessie this summer, given their need to offload players and generate revenue. Given the Ivorian joined last summer for free, any fee that Barca received for him would be chalked up as net profit for the club. As such, they have been demanding a fee of at least 30 million euros for Franck Kessie. However, according to the report, Barcelona fear that Kessie might angle to leave the club on a free transfer, arguing that the Catalans had not spent a penny on his signing last summer. It was something Memphis Depay did earlier this year while he was on his way to Atletico Madrid. Ultimately, the Blaugrana did manage to get a nominal fee for the Dutchman, but he was pushing for a free exit for a long time. And the Blaugrana fear that Franck Kessie could also resort to that strategy, even though he has 3 years left on his contract with Barcelona. It could lead to him earning a potentially juicy signing on bonus from Saudi Arabia. The Catalans also believe that the midfielder might be closing in on an agreement on personal terms with Al Ahly. Such a move would leave Barcelona without any revenue from his sale, which is the primary reason why they are looking to offload Franck Kessie. So there appears to be very little chance of the Catalans allowing such an operation to take place. Of course, Franck Kessie have been mentioned in many transfer news now for Barca as the player's future looks increasingly uncertain. Earlier today, we got report of Chelsea entering the race for Franck Kessie alongside Saudi Arabia giants Al Ahly. Barcelona have priced him for 30 million, and I think that that price will be deemed much by those interested parties, because from what we are getting, they are saying that so far Al Ahly have offered just 20 million for transfer fees, but Barca are not happy about the amounts. They want the club to add 10 million to make it 30, and that's a player we bought for free. Yes, it's true that whatever money or whatever penny Barca receive from transfer fees for Franck Kessie will be registered as net profit. But I think now that Barca are in a desperate situation, if Al Ahly continues to push for that 20 million that they have offered, Barca will take, especially as time is running out and Barca are still to even sell a single soul. We haven't sold any single player, and we know for sure that sales are very important for the club to buy players, for the club to have a successful transfer business, which they haven't. They haven't so far. So far, it's only Ilkay Gundogan has been the only official transfer. The rest have been mere speculations, which I think is a disaster. Hopefully, we can sort things out as soon as possible. A lot of it spoken about the Busquets replacement day in, day out, but so far, no conclusion yet. As players come in and they lost interest at the end of the day, they go to a club that offer them better offers. So Barca still have a lot of work to do. Offloading players has been something that the club have been working on, especially in these recent days, but it has not been easy so far. From players like Ferran Torres, players like Ansu Fati have refused outrightly that they won't go anywhere. And so Barca are facing a lot of problems to offload some of these players, a lot of problems, and it might hamper the transfer window big time. Players who were on loan like, you know, Clement Lenglet, Samuel Umtiti, it has not also been easy to negotiate potential or permanent sales for them, despite they have suitors, but those suitors have not been seriously, to be honest, because players like Tottenham, clubs like Tottenham have been showing interest in Lenglet, but yesterday we got report that Tottenham are relenting their efforts, and it might still be the case where they will reject signing Lenglet for the permanent fee, as especially as Barca have been asking 10 million euros lowest, whereas Tottenham have just 5 million. So there's a lot at stake when it comes to sales. I think Barca would. I hope that they shouldn't reach that level where they are so desperate and start selling in with any price just because they want time not to cut up with them. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. According to a report from Alex Pintanel, Barcelona captain Sergi Roberto will not leave the club this summer. The Spaniard wishes to continue with his boyhood club and enjoy his tenure as first-team captain. Roberto has been promoted to the role of the first captain at Barcelona, heading into the new season following the departure of Sergio Busquets to Inter Miami and also Jordi Alba. The 31-year-old also signed a new one-year extension with a club which will keep him with Barca until 2024, with Saudi Arabia swooping up players across Europe this summer. Roberto has also been linked with potential moves to the Middle East, such as his teammate Franck Kessie. Indeed, reports had suggested that Sergi Roberto had been the subject of an inquiry from Saudi Arabia. However, despite the possibility of a big paycheck, the veteran star has no intention to leave the club this summer. Roberto has not been regular starter for Barcelona under Xavi Hernandez, and that is unlikely to change next season either. However, if the Catalans fail to sign a new right back this summer, the manager might have to fall back on his captain and start more regularly. Roberto's ability to play in the pivot position could also come in handy following the departure of Busquets, while he could also provide options as an interior midfielder as well. Furthermore, the academic graduate wants to enjoy the responsibility of being the captain of the team, and hence he is not looking to leave at this point. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.